So, we've been working our butts off inside and on the porch and doing all the things to get the house ready. Well, not all the work was done inside. We actually had a few projects that we completed outside. In between everything else, and when we had some really nice days. Today's not one of those days, but I'll show you what we managed to accomplish before the weather got too yucky. And not that the weather's really all that bad here. It just, the yard gets a little bit wet. Anyway, so we're gonna show you all what's been going on there. We're gonna get our coats on. And so we've been showing you all the things that we've been doing inside to get the house ready to live in. We actually took a day off from being in the house when it was nice and sunny outside and did a whole lot of sort of cleaning up the yard, so to speak. So I had raked this. It was all clear. We're in the midst of fall. Not all the leaves have fallen off. Yesterday I saw it basically raining leaves. And then we had a really big windstorm and it really kicked everything up. So I'm gonna get back to it, and this time I'm gonna use the leaf blower. Kind of forgot we had one when I was busy raking, and I was pretty sore the next day. So you can see the pile back here past our seepage field of leaves that I picked up. And then the grass that we cut down front, which I'll show you in a minute, to get that all organized. So we've got to work in the yard a little bit just to get it so it's resembling some sort of, you know, sanity, I guess you could call it. Yeah, so, and I put in my stepping stones here. Well, we have our fire pit, which we've used once in the last couple weeks. No, twice. And so I did some stepping stones. I'm gonna put some gravel in between there. I'm gonna come up with some kind of system to contain the gravel. Maybe I'll have a look at Home Depot when we go into Kelowna for our Costco shopping trip in a couple of days. Anyways, now that we have places to put things in cabinets and things, we are going to go crazy at Costco. Anyways, so yeah, we're in October. I've already decorated for Halloween, so I put those up after we kind of finished down here. So we trimmed down all the grass around Sentry. I'm going to try and rake all that stuff. It's kind of heavy, so I might need Brent to help me. And then we put down some of the landscaping fabric, and I've started putting some rocks down. So I got to go get some rocks from over there, dump another load, kind of organize them, and we're going to carry on. Well, we have to clean up the underneath first. Next spring. But we have a start. Anyways, so we also need to figure out what to do with our logs that have been sitting there for eons. And yeah, so, and our mountain of dirt is gone between us and the neighbors. And in the time that we were away, it got grass. So we're gonna end up digging it up again. Anyways, and this pile of logs. Well, I was out walking the dogs, and one of the neighbors had logs for sale, or free firewood. He didn't want it. He just wanted rid of it. So we've got this big, massive log. Some of them are so heavy, and neighbor's gonna get the chopper going so we can he has a little wood chopper there, and he's gonna get that going, and Brent and him are going to chop some wood. And we dumped basically 2 pickup boxes full at his house and this is the other half. So it's a crazy amount of firewood. We can't use it this year, but you know, we will have it in the future. So this year we're gonna have to buy some seasoned firewood. Anyways, and yeah, we moved Cooter to a different spot so that we have the area over here, and then the trailer, of course, will go in its spot, and we'll find a new home for the car. We've been using the truck mostly to run around, mostly because we're picking up stuff. So anyways, the dogs are gonna wait inside. They were out with us this morning doing things, and I'm not sure if I showed you this already. So during the summer we had this leveled out because it was all had ruts and stuff in it. And oops, my watering can fell over again. I need to find a way to secure this. We had a good windstorm last night, thunder and lightning. It was crazy. Anyways, so I had asked him when he was moving some of the larger stones on this side part of the property to just arrange them in a row, and then I put some smaller stones in between them. Got all my solar lights, which the weather's been this last couple days. I'm not sure how much they were laying up. I didn't look at them last night, actually. Take the branches or twigs and stuff off of them. Anyways, so I'll show you the next round of what we tend to do, and I'll show you what it looks like. We're probably gonna get some more topsoil here, or try to level it off a little bit more, because there's some pretty good topsoil here anyways. And we'll probably plant some grass in the spring, and then try to keep the dogs off of it for a little bit. Brent, there's one post that's a little bit shorter there. What's going on?
It's a lot bit shorter. If you want to come around to the side, I'll show you the reason why. Originally, I wanted to put the cover right up as close to the soffit as possible. That is good, but it also leaves such a big gap here, and I want to bring the whole thing down to be roughly about here. So I have to bring it down one full log, which is roughly 18 inches. So instead of having a 42-inch post, I've got a 22-inch post, and that will lower this side, and as I pull that off, I'll drop that down one log and reattach it. So it'll keep the same angle, because I want it the same pitch as the roof, which is 45 degrees basically. It's a 12-12 roof. So yeah, just a minor adjustment, but it's something that I think should be done. It gets better protection for the heat pump, and also allows me to close in the sides if need be, if the snow drifts get too bad. So
okay, I'll put this on time lapse. Okay, I turned the time lapse off while we were adjusting things, and then I forgot to turn it back on. There's nothing worse than sorting through a bunch of time lapse that has nothing going on in it. So, anyways, but then you have to have a memory that's working. Anyways, so we got it back up. It's sitting a little bit closer down to the unit, and
this is how I wanted it originally. I thought, well, put it up higher, might work fine. But then I had to chop 18 inches off of these 4x4s. Yes, they're on an angle. That is by design. I will be, eventually, if we have some really bad weather and getting some snow drifts, I'll be putting some other cladding straight down the sides here. And close to this, it'll still be able to breathe because the air intake is from the other side of the unit. This is the exhaust on this side. So I'll be able to frame in both sides just to protect it. Those will be temporary little walls, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, this is the way it's going to be.
All right.
It is protected from
The weather.
rain and any snowfall, or hail, for that matter. The dogs are loving the outside.
What are you doing over there, Bailey? Sniffing around. I cleared all the leaves out of there yesterday. What you doing, Bailey?
Bailey.
He's deep in thought. Hi, Poppy. You a happy girl? Where's Wrigley? Oh, Wrigley's just chilling. He's just sitting there like a little princess. We got a little bit of mess to clean up. So I was out there putting up some Halloween decorations, and this deer kind of came over, and then I went in to get something else, and now they're just wandering off. I hear a car coming. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Hopefully they see him. Yeah. Good job, buddy. Oh, there they go. I was just over there where the blue bin is and figuring out what to do with this no trespassing tape, and yeah, I just kind of wandered over. We were hanging out here this morning too. I love this. We get to live here with the wildlife. It's a little soggy today, but that's okay. Sometimes you just got to do it when you think about it. I just got back from taking the dogs for a walk, and just wanted to share with you some of the yard work that we managed to get done before it got too mucky, because we don't have grass yet, and in a lot of spots we have weeds, but we have a lot of dirt, and the dirt turns to muck. So behind Cooter, because Cooter's basically empty now, and basically we have, I do put all the recycling bins back here so they're not sitting on the porch, and we gather our recycling up, and we put it, this one has to go back inside. Anyways, so got one lonely bin with some things that we just kind of went, oh dear, they need to go to somebody else because they're no longer a treasure for me. Not sure why I still own it. So we're gonna close the door here. Yeah, we don't lock Cooter up anymore. So you can see how it's kind of mucky there, and we filled in the worst spots. And we don't want to get too carried away because we are going to be putting the carport in the spring. And we thought about digging the start working on the foundation this fall, but honestly we haven't had time. But the excavator operator, he kind of went, yeah, you don't want to do that because it'll just run down the driveway and wash out your driveway. So we will we're going to wait till the spring, and we were talking yesterday about maybe putting a trench in behind the property line, because it's quite marshy from what I understand in behind. Anyways, so I'll show you what we've been up to. So I had mentioned that we're working on my rock garden out front, and I've seen the deer. The deer is an everyday sighting these days, so we are doing this during the festive season. So I've got my decorations out, and so we got this part of the rock garden done in front of our big rock, and then we ended up putting our sign, which originally I wanted to get like a lovely metal sign that but they got to be really expensive. So with one of the logs that we picked up down the road, they were really big. So Brent, he was going to do it on an angle, but didn't quite have the equipment to make that angle. It was a really big chunk of wood. And yeah, so we made our sign. So we cut it apart. I think we might, I don't know, maybe we will seal the wood so it doesn't split and do all kinds of horrible things. So yeah, this is kind of where it stopped. And I've got a whole bunch of rocks over on the far side by the logs still. We had I'm gonna try to walk through here without getting too yucky. Actually, this isn't bad. There's a bit of a stream here, but over here it's quite level. So there's just some low spots that are, yeah, and we're not intending to make a pond here. So that's about where our drainage comes out for under the house. So there's a pipe that runs all the way underground. We think that's where it stops, so it's somewhere in that neighborhood, but we didn't get a chance to totally expose it and put some gravel in around it. And I'm looking at these rocks and going, maybe we will make a pond there or something. It seems to be running out of there, so I don't know, with things to come. And we put a load of gravel here, just beside the water bay, because it was quite mucky there. Still have a little bit of our gravel pile over there by the truck. It's kind of hard, it's a little bit elevated. So I have a little bit left. Not sure if he brought us a full load or a half load. I don't know, he brought us a bunch of gravel out of his dump truck. So I made the path. I had finished the stones. And then when we got the gravel, I started putting it together. So at first I used to use the 2x4s. And then I picked up some edging right here. But the problem with finding these things in the fall, the only roll they had was a 20-foot roll. So I started here at the edge of the rocks there, and then kind of went up to about here. So our path goes right up to our fire pits. We just got random lumber on it again. And then, yeah, you can see there's a bit of a river going down the one side of the property. So we're not 100% sure, but we think it's coming from out back here. And yet there's nothing behind it, but there's a puddle there. Oh, it's coming around the log here. So yeah, all our leftover junk that we have to get rid of. Yeah, we'll figure it out. So that's our progress thus far on outside, and I'm gonna go in and get out of the rain, and this is to be continued in the spring when it gets nice and we can figure things out. What does my hair look like? Probably pretty awful. I was outside in the rain. Gotta get up for your laundry anyways. As it is the end of the year, we wish you a happy new year.
Happy New Year.
And we will catch you in the new year. So give us a thumbs up if you like what you see.
Don't forget to subscribe.
And ring that bell for notifications.
Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.